Uh, Stack is a data structure. Okay, stack is one data structure where we save the data. Okay, stack is used to save a data and we manipulate a data in the stack. So stack is used in a memory. Okay, stack is used as a accessing the data inside the memory. So how what usually stack is, stack follow the order of last in first out. What does it mean that follow last in first out? Whichever element you enter or whichever data you enter in the last will remove first. Okay, last in first out order means whatever element that will be added in the last will remove first. For example, just suppose you have a if you remember earlier days, we used to keep a CD on one box, right? So whichever CD will be on the top will you remove first. Okay, if you remember CD stand, let me show you on the Google as well. CD stand, if you remember, like this, right? If you remember, not exactly in this way. It is something like this. We keep the CD on this way. So whichever CD on the top will remove first, right? Suppose if you have a set of a CD and you wanted to play the last one, then you have to remove the complete one, right? So stack is again one data structure, okay, where their structure is something like that. Suppose this is one box. You are going to keep on adding an element. Whichever element is on the top, they will remove first. Suppose if you have a data here, suppose here you have a 6, here suppose 10, here suppose 71, okay. Here suppose 90, here suppose 23, and this is 49, right? So now if I say you I want data 6, okay, I want this data to perform some operation, then in that case will you able to remove this data directly? No, right? So stack is a data structure where whichever element is in the last will remove first. So in order to access the last element, you have to remove 49, 23, 90, 71, 10. Then you will able to access 6. So stack follow last in first out order. So I given you example of CD. Similarly, suppose you have one stand. Okay, suppose this is a CD stand or anything, and you have a suppose you have a CD. Suppose this is the bigger one. Okay, bigger CD. Then above this the smaller one. Then above this you keep the smaller. Then above this you keep this smaller, right? And then above this the smallest one. So now if you want to access this CD, you have to remove completely all. So this is an example of stack. Okay, stack is a data structure which follow last in first out order. So if you can see here, why we are using this stack, so that you can access the element in some order, and stack is very useful that allow you data manipulation. Data structure in Java based on this stack, and one more queue data structure is there, which means that first in first out. Okay, one more data structure is there that is called queue, which follow ordering of an element, uh, first in first out. Whoever is enter first will remove first, just like a queue. Queue usually means, if you ever went to the railway station to book the ticket, you might have seen that those who are in the first, they will remove first, right? Because their turn will come first. That is called queue data structure. Now this is about the data structure. Now how you can access an element. Okay, so there are few operation inside the stack. First is top. Top is a variable whose work is what? It point to the top element. It always point to first element. You can say this last element. So it always point to the top element of the stack. Are you getting what I'm saying? Like what is stack? What is queue data structure? Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it point to the top element of the stack. Now here you perform operation of push. Push means adding a data. What do you mean by this push? Push means adding a data. There is one more operation, pop, which means deleting a data. You can say deleting a data or removing a data. And the another one is peep, which means traversing the data. Traversing means what data I have, I'm just traversing. Or you can say walk through. We say like walk through the data, walk through the code, right? So these are the three operations that we do: push, pop, and peep. And queue will going to see, queue is right now not there, so I will going to explain queue in later session. As of now, you just think that, suppose you have a stack, how stack works, let me show you. You can see this. Okay, for earlier you don't have a data, right? Stack doesn't have any data. Now when you want to enter a data, you are going to write push 1, so it will going to enter the data. If you write push 2, it will going to enter the data. Push 3, like this. Now when you want to pop it, when you want to remove it, so you don't have to write down anything, you just have to write pop. So pop operation will going to do what? Whichever element is in the top, it will going to remove that. Okay, so once you remove the pop, what will going to be left? Once you perform the pop, you will going to have a 2 and 1. Again, when you are going to do pop, you will going to left with 1, right? So this push and pop operation we are doing. Okay, the stack. Earlier the stack is an empty. As you want to insert an element, it will keep on inserting. And for inserting, you have to write the push and the data. But to perform a deletion, you don't have to write a data. You just have to call pop function. Okay, when you call pop, just like a set, reset, we have seen set function, clear function, add function. Similar way, push pop function are also there. So when you use the pop, it will going to remove, or the clear the, it will going to remove the last element which is on the top, right? As I said you, whichever element is inserted at the last will remove first, right? If you see the theory here, last in first out, whichever will be insert in the last will remove first. So this is about the stack operation. Okay, internally the stack work in this way. Now how you can perform an operation, whether stack is empty or what, how you can access the element of the stack, let's see that. So you can see here, in order to create a stack, you have to write like this: stack string stack new stack string. If you remember, the syntaxes will remain exactly same. In place of a linked list, array list, here you have to use stack, and this first line just you need to change. This is completely user defined. The name of a stack, you can give anything, your name as well, you can give it, and then you just change it. Stack dot push. So it will going to push the element. First it will going to push welcome, then to, then gigs, then for, then gigs, right? So total 5 element it will going to push. Then you wanted to check, then you wanted to enter, then you want to print it, like how many element you have. So it will going to print that element in the order. Whichever element you inserted first will come here. You can see welcome to gig for gigs, right? And when you insert a new data, hello world, it will come like this. So how you're going to insert an element? With the help of push operation. Am I clear this program? Is this program is clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is a push operation is doing here? Can you tell me what push operation is working here?
To inserting the elements.
Okay, good. Good. Now this is one function, and this is why I'm taking string here, because I am inserting the string data. That's why I'm taking here string. Okay, here I'm creating an empty stack, and then I'm inserting the data. What about if you want to check whether stack is empty or what? How you're going to check it? Or suppose if you want to clear all the elements, so what you can do, you can see here, while pushing we were writing the data, right? But for pop you don't have to call any data, you just add the data. Okay, and then you just call pop operation based on the number of data you inserted. Now here you added a 5 data, so how many times you are going to call pop function? 5 times. Why? Because the pop operation will going to remove the element which are on the top. So which element will going to remove first? You, right? If you insert gig for gig welcome you, so you will remove first, then welcome will remove, then gig will remove, for will remove, again gig will remove. And if you want to check whether the stack is empty or what, so there is one function dot empty that will going to check whether stack is empty or filled. So it will going to print true and false. Am I clear like how this push and pop operation is working?
Yes, sir.
Good. There is one more peek operation. This peek operation does what? This peek operation just travels the element and print it. Just like you walk through the data and print it. So stack.peek, whenever you call it, it will going to fetch the element and it will going to just print it. So it is just to traverse the data, what data you have. So the syntax will remain same, creating the empty stack, adding an element, printing the stack, and when you call stack.peek, so on this variable stack, this peek operation will be work, and peek operation work is just to print the data. Print the data, or you can say just fetch the data and show to you on the screen. So this is the three about the stack. I hope it is clear to you. Let me send you the link. Collection part is very easy. It's not much difficult. If you work hard on this collection, you can able to solve any program. It's very easy. I'm explaining you from the direct example instead of giving you theoretical knowledge of more, because program usually they ask, and theory they don't ask. I have already explained you the theory, this one. But meanwhile, if anything is not clear, you can ask me anytime. Okay. So let's move to the, so you can just practice these two program as well. Search element in stack and remove element in stack. So remove, when you want to remove, what operation you're going to perform? Pop operation, right? So now we're going to see hash map, which is one more collection hash map. Now, why do we use hash map? Okay, hash map is one more collection which is holding the data in the form of key value. What do you mean by this key value? Hash map holds data in the form of key and value. It means that the data will be okay. Let me explain you with an example. Why the key value term comes? Okay, K and V means key colon value. So what do you mean by this key and value? Okay, key value in the sense here this key will going to identify the value. For example, let's talk about the roll number 101, suppose Mamata, and 102 is suppose Rachna, and 103 and 103 suppose Chandan. You all are in a same class, okay, and this is your roll number. So this key is what? Here 101 identifying you, right? So this 101 key is having a value Mamata. Okay, so what do you mean by this? Key is identifying the value uniquely. Means this key 101 assigned to you. Is it possible in your class that 101 roll number belong to Mamata and 101 roll number belong to one more guy? Let's take Amit as well. Is it possible that two candidates will have a same roll number? Is it possible in a class?
No.
Correct. Good. So the reason is here we took the concept from there only, key and value. Each key identifying the data. See, same key cannot have a two different value. Always remember, same key can't have two different value. But what about if I say one key can, okay, sorry, if I say one key can't have two different value, okay, here 101 Mamata and 101 Amit, not possible. But what if I say two key having same value? Is it possible? Try to understand with an example. In a class, suppose 101 roll number belong to Mamata, or suppose let's take A, and there is 102 roll number is also having a name A. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Correct. Maybe it's possible that 101 having A and last name B, 102 having the name A and last name as a C. So this is called as key and value. Hash map work with the key and value where each key identifying the data. You can take an example of our ID, employee ID, student ID, where the key identifying the whole data. That is a value, right? So here, but in case suppose two key having a same value, it can be possible. And even it can be possible that two key have a means 101 and 102 having the same name AB and AB. But if we go further in the deep, we can come to know like their parents' name are different. They belong to different location in a Bangalore, and they have a different religion. They have a different date of birth. So that if we go in a deep, we can find out that. So hash map is used to hold a data in the form of key and value. Now, suppose if you want to write a like a program, how you can hash map you can create. So you can see here, hash map integer string. Your data will be is in the form of key and value, right? Am I clear? Data will be in the form of key and value. Okay, so here integer string hm2 hash map you have created. Here we have created two hash map. You can see hm1 and hm2. I am putting the data, all the keys in one hash map, and all the values and other keys in another hash map. Now I need to just print them. Okay, so how I will do that? If I will going to write down here, you can see this is one is your key and this is your value. Two is your key, this is a value. Three is your key, this is a value. Similarly, you create one more hash map where 4 is a key, this is a value. 5 is a key, this is a value, and 6 is a key, this is a value. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right? So in this way, hash map you can use it, and when you see the output will look like this. You can see here, one will identify this one, two will identify this two, means uniquely identify. You can just say that employee ID name, employee ID last name, employee ID, or designation. You can say department ID or like this. So like this hash map program we usually build. So if they ask you create a hash map program, so you can give an example of employee ID, and don't forget to explain this concept that I've explained you, that one key can't have a two different value. Okay, but two key can have a same value, because even I'm teaching this from last few years, but still I get sometimes confused. So when I just remember the example of this employee ID and roll number, and from that example, I can come to this conclusion. So you also try with that, try to correlate with the real-time example and remember this. So this is called as an hash map. So I hope it is clear to you about the collection. In the collection, we will not go into much deep. Whatever they ask, I told you, like array list, linked list, tag, vector, hash map, right? These are the things that they mostly ask in the interview. And the program also I've explained you. You can try from your side, like how you can remove an element, replace and sorting the data in hash map. How we can do that? So there you have to just call collection.sort. Let me show you. So you can see here list. Okay, this will be little confusing for you. I will going to show you some easy example on sorting. I will going to write. You can just see how to remove an element. For sorting, I will going to explain in the like upcoming class, because this program what they have written is very complex. So suppose if you want to remove an element, you just have to call this remove, and just call and just write down the ID. So when you pass the ID 20, it will going to remove the associated value with that. Are you getting what I'm saying here? Once you call this remove function, to this remove function, you just have to pass the key that you want to remove. So based on that key, it will going to remove the value as well. So when you're going to print it, you can see here, earlier 20 was there, but when you pass 20, it removed the 20 and value, and you are now having only 4 value. So like this, your remove function works. So this is also, you can try this example. These are very easy programs. You can go through it, and do let me know if anything is not clear to you. Okay. Anything that you want to ask, any doubt that you have on this, or shall I start some other topics? Any question, any one of you? Rachana, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Have you practiced this program that I said yesterday?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Can
sir,
you-
I have done.
Can you show me? Can you share your screen and show me those programs?
Sir, you have disabled the screen sharing, sir.
Okay, I'm making that.